Hey guys, Foxdrop here with a kind of different commentary for you guys today. This commentary is not a jungle game. This is a support game, and this game I'm going to show you how you can really carry as a support. So let me just change there you go, Fog of War. So yeah, a lot of people say that support is their best role, but they can't carry from it, so you know they're stuck in elo hell and stuff like that. And also I've personally recommended people to try and you know learn how to play support so you can play in solo queue and have a lot of success. And people just say no, you know, it doesn't work. You know, I can't support because you can't carry your teams when you're not a carry yourself. I disagree. So this game, it's a Diamond 1 game, and to be honest, a lot of you might be saying already, like, you know, well, again, Foxdrop, you may be able to carry in Diamond 1, but you try to play support in Bronze 5 and it's not going to work. And I kind of, you know, I kind of see where you're coming from, but again, I slightly disagree. Again, in my opinion, what I'm about to do in this Diamond 1 game is 10 times easier to do in Bronze 5 and stuff. You can make so many plays at the lower elos if you just recognize the opportunities to take them. So yeah, so I'm just going to play support, and I'm going to show just a really good game I had on Blitzcrank, and just how you can carry from support. So this game I'm actually playing with a Lee Sin bot lane. We're just playing, you know, we're doing our own thing. This is what we're doing. Like, we're just mucking around, kind of just having fun playing Lee Sin Blitzcrank bot lane. And we're being really aggressive, and like right here we've invaded already. And we have I stuck my trinket ward in the tri-bush so we can see when they're running across. And if the enemy bot lane is helping their jungler at red buff, which is quite likely, chances are they're going to be doing that, and they face check here, which is what they're going to do, we should get a free kill. So we do exhaust ignite already. I chuck a ward over the side just in case Lucian flashes it, so we see where he's flashed so I can grab him back over. But we don't need to do that, because he doesn't flash. And I managed to land another good hook onto Annie, and now she's blown her flash as well, and she's on no health. So now we get this whole free lane to ourselves. Now before you know this commentary really starts, I just want to say that the kind of key, in my opinion, to carrying as a support is making plays and aggression. Those two things, and not just for support, but I think for support in general, it definitely those two things. You want to be very aggressive. So playing someone like Soraka can be a bit risky, in my opinion, because then you're putting a lot of eggs into your teammates' baskets and having them carry. And you want to be making plays. So you can't just be sitting back and letting the game, you know, reacting to what's happening to you. No, you want to be forcing things onto the enemy and make them react to you. So we've got that really good start already, and now we're just laning. Now there's not too much I can do because I don't think I can get too close to this Lucian. Again, now if I get too close to him, he'll just poke me, and you know I'll lose a lot of health. Lucian Annie lane is a lot of poke. It's kind of hard to deal with. But yeah, so we're just kind of pushing, and I'm looking for grabs, but I'm not going too aggressive. Like, I don't want to throw the lead we just had, especially considering even though we got the kills and we forced them back, we haven't bought anything. So item wise, we're not really that much stronger. We do have a level advantage. We're both level 3, they're level 2, which is quite a big deal. So we're definitely stronger than them, but we're not really strong. So I tried to get a random grab off there in between two minions, because well, to be perfectly honest, I wasn't sure if I could do it, so I kind of just did it for the fun. But you know, it's a lot of people also say that using your grab, and if you don't miss it, is always really bad. But that's not necessarily the case either. But right here we go into a fight. Lee Sin engages, and I flash away, and I do a fadeaway grab onto this Annie, and so she dies. And now we've got, this is actually kind of awkward if I remember correctly, Lee Sin like cues a creep here and dies to Lucian. But yeah, so that happens. But apart from that, it was a really good play, I think. And now Olaf's coming in, and I know if he goes hard on me, he's gonna die. So I'm just like, well, I'll die, and then our Zed can get a kill. Like, I think that's worth it. You know, we get a kill and assist, and our mid laner gets a kill over their jungler. That's worth it. So I don't mind dying there. So I just stay, we fight, and we get an extra kill. So yeah, like I was saying before, it's not necessarily bad to miss your grabs, because you know the famous quote, Wayne Gretzky quote, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? And whereas, you know, you don't want to be missing grabs, it's not good to, you want to hold on to your grab because when it's off cooldown, the enemies can play very passive, very aggressive, sorry, because they know you can't grab them. But anyway, right here, again, I see Annie under tower, so I just grab her over the wall, and we just kill her. Like, I'm just being immensely aggressive and making so many plays. And now another fight is happening. Lee Sin gets away on 0 health, but now here comes Hecarim to mop up the fight as well. Olaf, I grab completely blind. We get him, and now I punch Lucian as well to knock him up. We're just doing, like, I'm not running because I'm on low health. I'm not running away. You know, a lot of people, again, I say this in a lot of my commentaries, you'll see is that when I'm on low health, I don't just run. And I think that's what I've seen that happen quite a lot at lower elo. People will be on low health, and so they'll run away thinking they can't do anything, which is really not true. If you've got, you know, it doesn't matter how low your health is, because sometimes, well, that's the wrong way to put it. It doesn't matter how low your health is, because, you know, if they're not going to hurt you, then you're not going to die. You could be on 1 health, but if you take 0 damage, you're not going to die. That's kind of the thing. So right here, we're just kind of pushing down this tower. We need to be very careful, because Annie does have a stun, so if we get caught under tower, we could be in a lot of trouble. But I do a nice grab onto Annie while she's out of tower range. And unfortunately, we can't quite pick her up, but we do get the enemies very, very low on health. And but still, we get that Annie to, you know, we get her out of position. We almost kill her, which is kind of unlucky for us to not kill her. But yeah, so I've gone back now and I've just bought, like, you know, I'm getting a lot of health this game just because I'm being very aggressive and I don't want to blow up. They do have a lot of burst, and I don't want to get caught in a 1-stun combo from Annie and Lucian, because Lucian has huge amounts of damage right now. Annie has a lot of damage and she has a stun, so I could die very, very easily if I don't have some health. So that's what I'm buying now. I'm just getting some wards with my sight stone, bit of help with that too, and a Doran shield just for the extra health and to get rid of the poke damage, because both of these people are going to be poking me quite a lot. And Lucian's passive, double shot, does I don't know if double shot's his actual name, but basically he hits me twice, so the Doran shield passive really helps with that. But I'm also being a bit scared because I don't know where the enemy Olaf is, and he has spent, excuse me, Olaf has spent most of his life bot lane so far. He hasn't necessarily achieved too much, but we do have to be careful of him because he has been here a bit too much. So now we're just playing really passive, and we're just kind of basing them, seeing if they get close to us, if they walk close or anything like that. Again, we have to be careful because we don't want to be fighting when there are too many minions. So we really have to control the flow of the minions, and Blitzcrank isn't very good at doing that. Blitzcrank really struggles in lanes that are losing, because you can't really, unless you're being aggressive and can grab someone, then Blitzcrank doesn't really offer too much. Like, he doesn't, you know, compare him to a lot of other supports, he really doesn't bring that much to the table. So if you don't land your grabs, if you're not aggressive, it's really hard to play Blitzcrank. But right now, I see a good opportunity to go in. I'm almost level 6, very close to level 6. So I'm thinking as soon as we hit 6, we should go in. I hit 6, I decide to go in. Now, there are a lot of creeps, which makes this risky, but with Lee Sin's E and my ulti, we kind of immediately delete all of the creeps, so that doesn't matter too much. And so we get another kill there. But Olaf's come back in now, and we need to be... Olaf is possibly going to get some kills here, and Olaf does, in fact, pick up this Lee Sin. But I want to stay around because I want to help this Hecarim out. We don't need to run away necessarily. Hecarim goes in. I can't save him in time, but I managed to grab him and finish him off. So again, I'm getting pretty fed as well now. So now that I'm fed, even though I'm the support, technically the support, I'm also... with all this gold, I need to make a lot of use out of it and be really strong. So I'm just going to speed this up now. We're making a lot of plays already. Huge amounts of plays. There are quite a few god hands as well. And I bought a Sheen too, just for the extra damage. I'm going to get a nice one gauntlet with this, most likely. I'm just going to swagger back to lane. And we're looking for opportunities to go aggressive again. We do need to be careful of this. Even though I'm quite tanky, I'm still a bit scared of the Annie and Lucian burst damage, just because it's crazy. Lucian has so much damage right now. It's absolutely ludicrous. And so both of them just have, like I was saying, huge amounts of damage. I tried to get a grab off, but we don't quite hit someone. But still, worth a try. And now Lee Sin is life stealing a little bit. But I engage right here. I use my W and I just punch this Lucian, engage a little bit. But I have to flash away because I get caught. Again, the very thing I was scared of happening happens to me. But I decide to dive us here. Annie going really aggressive. And so Lee Sin kills her. And then he gets away. And Lucian comes back in for me under tower. So I grab him and fist him just before I die. And so we get 2 kills from that. In something which was really bad for us, we get 2 kills out of it. Which is really... like, we play that really, really well. So now I'm kind of roaming a little bit. As soon as I get my... you know, there's nothing too much happening bot lane, so I figure I may as well try roam a tiny bit. But, you know, when there's nothing happening mid lane either, there's no point just leaving that bot and letting it die. So, Annie, again, a free kill for us. Although, actually, she gets a really nice stun off, and she gets a really nice stun off, and Lee Sin doesn't quite hit the Q, so she doesn't die. But they go really ham, and so they will die anyway. So 3 kills. 3 kills for us because they wanted to tower dive me. But that was, again, that grab we got off onto Annie. If we hadn't both got stunned and we had executed it a bit better, she would have been dead again. Just immense amounts of aggression. I wasn't on that lane for 10 seconds before I decided to try and grab someone and get the kill. Now, usually I get Moby Boots when I'm playing as Blitzcrank, but for this game I've not done that because I've had so much gold. I wanted to have so much pressure that I've just rushed and I spawned Gauntlet. And right here again, I went to another lane, this mid lane, and pulled in Olaf. And just got off loads of damage off onto him, so we pick him up for a free kill. And I tanked the tower for a lot of time there as well, so at least he could dive without getting low on health. And now again, this Ziggs, I don't know what he's doing, but I've grabbed him in and we kill him too. Just immense amounts of aggression. We've done so much bot lane that we now need to apply this pressure, transfer it onto other lanes. So we actually get 2 mid towers here, and almost we're going to keep pushing. I don't know why, but we're going to keep pushing. And I don't think there's anything going though, so we should probably fall back before we all die. But like, it's not just good enough to win your own lane. A lot of people say that as well. They say, you know, I win my lane, I do really well, but my other lanes will lose, so I can't win. When actually, if you're winning your lane, that means you have to go and win other people's lanes. It's not just good enough to win your own lane, you have to win other lanes too. So that's kind of what I'm doing here, just by roaming and stuff and making plays, as many plays as I can. Now I try to grab Ziggs there and I blow his flash. So whenever we fight next, he's going to be in a lot of trouble, because without that flash and with a Zed and Hecarim, Lee Sin in his face, he's going to be in a lot of trouble, especially considering Sivir ult will mean everyone's running at a million miles an hour, so he's not going to be able to escape anyone. But I go in here for a bit of extra aggression. I fart on this Lucian, and then I grab him and try to run away to escape. But there's actually 5 people bot lane, so probably not going to get away with this one. We both die, which is a bit greedy by us, but then again, you look at the rest of the map, we managed to get the mid inhib tower, and we get the second tower, and Sivir gets a lot of damage off onto this inhib tower too. I mean, it's totally worth it. If they want to send 5 people down bot for us, and then they all die, and then they lose 2 towers because of it, and one of those towers is an inhib tower, 100% worth it. That is something I'll be saying worth in all chat for. And now we do a bit of counter jungling here. We see, because I've warded this Olaf doing his red buff, I bomb it over to this red buff. I grab it and then Lee Sin takes it, so that's nice. Thanks for the red buff, Olaf. And now I'm just kind of hovering around trying to get a grab onto Annie, but there's not really anything going. So I think, well, we won't force that. And instead, I managed to get a god hand, Olaf, kill him as well, and now we can push down this tower too, especially if my team rotates. Hecarim comes down to help us get some kills. Unfortunately, we don't have any minions, so we can't really push this just yet. But if we keep pressure up, maybe we can do something. Though we are fairly low on health, but they decide they can't contest this, which is probably quite wise. We have a lot of damage, and I'm just hitting pretty much every single hook. So yeah, so we get that tower as well. And now we're fighting again, and I get another grab off onto this Olaf so that he can't kill Hecarim. Hecarim unfortunately dies, but at least we kill the Olaf too. I'm just landing too many hooks this game, and this is just the aggression. I'm not just saying this just to show off. Actually, well, okay, no one saw that. I missed one. I'm not just saying this to show off, you know, a game where I hit loads of hooks. Like, this is just how you carry as supports. Like, I could be playing, you know, it's not quite the same, but I could be playing Leona and hitting every single ulti and engaging on things. It's not necessarily me hitting the hooks. It's me being aggressive to be in the place, make the decision, making the plays to actually make those hooks. It's not the actual making of the hooks. It's the you know, me being in position to get them. That's better, really, which is more about the carry rather than the hooks themselves. Hooks obviously are really good, but if I was playing Thresh, I could just be going aggressive and hitting hooks as well. It's just, you know, Leona ultis, like I was saying, or just loads of things. It's just about being aggressive, really. It doesn't. Blitzcrank obviously is very good at doing these things because he's Blitzcrank, but it's not just for Blitzcrank. You know, any kind of supports, you want to go aggressive, you have loads of pressure, then you'll be achieving a lot and be winning a lot of games as support, making plays basically. So if you're looking at my items, I'm very tanky, because that's kind of what I just want to do. Like, because I got this frozen fist, I now have quite a lot of utility and a fair amount of damage with my fist, with my E. So I want to stay alive as quick as possible, and also if I'm grabbing people into me, the chances are I'm going to be in a lot of people's faces to the extent. Oh my goodness, I'm missing so many hooks. This is pretty embarrassing now. I went so long with being the mad life from Essex, and now I'm just like some complete bell end missing every single hook. But we get 2 kills out of it. So again, that was all me. Worth. Yeah, well played, Blitzcrank. #1 baits, #1 playmaker. Yeah, no, that's not quite true. But yeah, so now I've got just speeding out of base. I bought my little Shirelia's item so that I can now run really quickly. I like to get a lot of CDR when I'm playing supports because that's kind of, it means that my hook is off cooldown faster. It also means that my, well, everything is off cooldown faster. Obviously, that's what CDR does, and it means that I can, you know, punch people, CC people more, do all that useful stuff. So I'm also putting down some quite aggressive wards here too. Unfortunately, you're limited to 3 wards now in Season 4 or pre-Season 4, so I can't ward the crap out of everything. But I can, you know, put as aggressive wards down as possible, and knowing where the enemy is at all times is very important for solidifying your lead and taking it all away. And again, I get a nice grab off onto Annie there, and this is what happens. Okay, so I'm actually going to end the replay here, because what happens now is EU West dies. Everyone gets DC'd, but we reconnect like 5 minutes later or something. I don't know. EU West dies, but we can reconnect to the game, and yeah, like you can see, everyone's just DC'd. Another day in the West. But we actually, you know, so this game goes on for like 10 minutes longer than it should, just because everyone DC'd at different times and everyone's coming back into the game and all that stuff. But but there's nothing, you know, nothing else interesting happens. We all reconnect randomly, and then, you know, we just end. It takes long to end the game, but nothing interesting happens. So this is practically the end of the game because we just won now. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to show for this replay. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'm sorry it kind of had this weird ending, but at least having a weird ending for a replay is better than having a weird end for a game where everyone DCs. Try actually playing on EUS, that kind of sucks at times. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Again, I hope you kind of saw what I was trying to get at here, how you can carry as support, just being aggressive, making plays, landing hooks, all that kind of stuff. Just, yeah, but the emphasis on being aggressive and making plays. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the replay, and I will see you in my next video.